Death Mark, where last time we were here we defeated Hanehiko, went to the woods, chasing after the big man there. There were some bees that we couldn't get past, so now we're gonna deal with that, I suppose. Buzzing of bees fills the area. Looks like there's more beehives. Would be wise to keep going without doing something about that first. Take out the sprayer. I should be able to use the spray, but I don't believe... Yeah, we don't have any more spray spoo. So back up. And go forward. Ah, another cabin in the woods. Lovely, lovely, lovely. There's a leaning Jizo statue. It's noticeably dirty, as if someone hasn't been looking after it, and moss is growing on its back. I pat around the Jizo statue to search it, and there's a strange texture on its moss-covered back. Is it a charm? Oh, it's... Yeah, it's a talisman. Sorry if I make any weird sounds, but my arm has been killing me. If I move it a bit too much, it'll start saying, "Hey, asshole, stop it." Sliding wooden doors. Doors won't open, they seem to be locked. Well, good thing we have a solution. Take out the crowbar, jam between the doors. Well, this is an emergency. I'll look at this once. But I can't break the lock. I throw my body weight behind the crowbar 2 or 3 times, then there's a sound of metal breaking. Noises. The crowbar snaps completely in 2 pieces. What a shitty crowbar. Yes, the metal wore out. Never would have expected it to break. But it looks like the lock is broken too, so it all works out in the end. Time to look inside. How do you want to? Okay. Hey, you overdid it. Now the door's stuck and hard to open. Push the door open and step inside. Only to run into something. Stop, don't come any closer. Oh. If you come any closer, I'll sue. Lady, we are in the woods. The woman has backed out in a defensive stance. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. If you try anything, I'll... Whoa. Shut it, do you want to die? Eek. At Mashida's roar, the woman shrieks and falls silent, her eyes wide. It's incredibly rude, but honestly, I'm grateful. We wait for the woman to calm down before asking her what she's doing here. Forgive me, it was all a misunderstanding on my part. I'm Christy Arimura. Arimura? Freelance news anchor, though I haven't done much recently. Arimura, right, now that you mention it, I do remember you. You were fired over that scandal. Should I be disgusted or amazed at this man's rudeness? Anywho, what are you doing out here? Her expression clouds over. Well, Mashita huffs at me. You're going to make her say it? I really don't think you have to ask. Masao Komura's face comes to mind. That's right, this place is, I was going to die. Yes, I know full well just how stupid that is, but sometimes that's the only choice you have left. I should have known better. Such a thoughtless question passed my lips. I wish I could blame the Mark for this. That tragic act of yours damn near got us killed. If you want to die, do it by yourself. That's why I came out here, so I won't cause trouble for anyone. At the very end, I thought about calling someone, but couldn't, so I made up my mind. But then in the forest. I have a bad feeling about this. What was in the forest? A huge man. An extremely huge man. Big Chungus himself. No, actually, I'm not sure if he was really human or not. But I saw a figure like that. Then I suddenly got scared. So I ran into this cottage. I'm here to kill myself, and I just run from danger. I'm a riot. What's wrong? You two aren't saying anything. That's exactly what Mary was talking about. Yeah. Christy must have seen Shimio. Which means she must also... Have you got a weird scar recently? One that stings every now and again? I know the answer just from her reaction. How'd you know? I only just noticed it myself. There's a strange bite mark on my palm. This is some cuckoo bananas. Someone receives the mark when they're already planning suicide. The height of irony. We've heard her out. Now what? She planned on dying. Do we need to help her? Help me? I'm not gonna kill myself anymore, I swear, so please, I'm terrified of him. Her eyes are serious. She must mean what she says. It might only be a temporary change of heart, but... Alright, we'll help you. Our home base is Koju Mansion. We need to go... What's going on? What's happening? The light won't turn on. This happened before, but back then... I got to go back on right away. But this time it's not working. What was that? Behind the cottage. It must be him. Ah, shit, it's no use. I gave up on the flashlight and stuffed it in my bag. What's the plan now? Do we bunker down this cottage? We can't even lock up, or we have to run out of the forest. Staying in the cottage would be suicide. This place is strangely clean. That means someone is coming here. Good guess. The odds are high that he's coming here. Let's go. We walked all the way here. We should know how to go back. You're seriously going? Are you mad? Sorry, but we're out of time. Stay here if you want. I ain't gonna stop you. We stepped into pitch blackness. It's as dark as you would expect it to be. And we need to go straight back to the entrance with no detours. We've got no idea where he could be waiting for us. The words leave me in a rush. If I hadn't spit them out, I'd never finish. My voice is starting to shake too much. Info added. We quiet the bees of spray and find a second cottage further in the forest. No corpse inside, this time but a living woman, Christy Imora. A former news anchor. Seems she came to commit suicide but got caught up with us in our circumstances changes her mind. Oddly enough, she already passed the mark. What irony. She most likely got her mark from Shimio. While we're discussing it, the flashlight goes out. It's not malfunctioning. It's just like with Hanihicho. The presence is closing in on the call. We have to get out of here. We have no time to explore, and we definitely can't get lost. The shortest route back to the force is the entrance is the only way. We're at a fork already. Which way? Where do we go? I think east. We came from the east. Okay. Wow. Hey, don't yell. Something's coming closer. We need to get out of here fast. Another fork? Which way this time? We go south from here. We keep going straight and we'll reach the exit. Quiet. Something's passing through the bushes right by us. He's moving parallel to us. Is he following us? The only thing is we have to keep going. Exactly, staying in one place would just get us killed. Let's go. Wait a second. Christie suddenly stops. What's wrong? Someone's coming. I'm telling you, someone's coming. Out from the darkness jumps. Show? Old man. Oh, thank God, I thought you'd have been in further. Wait, why are you here? How'd you even get here? Oh yeah, you've a motorcycle. Oh yeah, you guys were gone so long I got worried, okay? So I psyched myself up and biked over here. Seems like you're in real trouble. Good thing I came. You can say that again. Anyway, we're on our way back. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Sho glances over at Christie. We'll fill you in later. First, we need to get out of here. We've reached the entrance safe and sound. The creepy murder on the arch is such a familiar sight now. Alright, if we made it this far, then we must be... time to get back to the car. Chrissy doesn't move. She looks worried, staring off at the forest entrance. What's wrong? Huh? Oh. Over there. Doesn't it look like someone's there? She looks at a picnic table hiding in the gloom next to the gate. My gaze is drawn over as if by magnets. What is that? Oh. The scene before me is strange. There's a huge, misshapen man with bees crawling over his face. My eyes fixate on his mouth. He looks like he's laughing. My heart thunders painfully when I catch a glimpse of the limp figure sitting beside him. It's him. That man. He was going to commit suicide. Maso Komura. It's definitely him. Control those that are different and exercise. A strange voice echoes in my head again. My vision warps. He's dead? Komura's dead? When? Why is he on that bench? My legs give out when I can finally focus enough. I find myself kneeling on the ground. Old man, keep it together. It's still okay. He hasn't seen us. We have to escape while we can. Ugh, Christy's completely out of it. She won't move an inch unless someone drags her. Let's go. We're going to the parking lot. Quietly. Show, you bring her. You got it. Come on, Mashita, let's go. Mashita? He's gone. Huh? I checked my eyes off him for 2 seconds. He's not by the bench anymore. He disappeared. A machine grabs him and I go nearest Russell's. He's right there. Run! Mashita yells, scrambling away. A hollow bang rings out behind me. A gunshot? It must be Mashita. I had no idea he had a gun. I dove headfirst into the car, slamming my head by accident. Slamming my head accidentally into the steering wheel. Mashita tumbles into the passenger seat last. You didn't tell me you had a gun. Why would I tell you? No time to talk now, just hit the gas. I'm trying, damn it. The engine won't start. Shit, man. Oh, man, what are you doing? Oh. Mashita looks through the front windshield at the figure approaching. Hurry it up. He's coming. Shoot it. Shoot the fucking thing. Christy cowers in the backseat, her head in her hands. Please, God. Eek. Something bumps the hood of the car. The whole vehicle rocks violently. But then... it turned on. Go, let's get out of here. Tires squealing, we race out of the parking lot. An unspeakable sense of relief fills the car. The feeling truly alive is the real sensation that it most definitely feels like this. The greatest irony is that the only time you can feel truly alive is when you have a brush with death. No one speaks for a while, we're all soaking in that feeling. The only noise is that of the bicycle creaking uneasily every time I hit the gas pedal. Still, I glance through my rearview mirror and then at the passenger seat. Both Mashita and Sho were looking out of their windows. Was it really okay for you to come here? If Mary finds out... We talked about it before I came. Sho immediately snaps back. I get it. Mary must have also guessed that we were in danger. Who's this old lady? Oh, right. I tell him everything I know so far about Christy Arimura. She offers up some the news anchor. Wait, I've seen a woman that was in the news. Wow, it's really true. Celebrities are more beautiful in person. Oh, how kind of you. I'm flattered. She seems to love being complimented. But these scars you all have... what were they called? Marks. Thanks. So you all have these marks. What happens when you have one? Well... Mashita butts in from the passenger seat. You die. Within a few days' time. Suffering something like amnesia. You zone out and your brain takes a vacation. It all happened to me. Sho scoffs. You talk like it's someone else's problem. Sho. Mashita didn't mean it like that. You can only be blunt when discussing this. Doesn't look like Sho will buy that excuse, though. Guess it really is not your problem. After all, you don't have a mark anymore. Huh? What's he talking about? Oh, well, you see, Mashida has already lost Heiko's mark. He's free now. So there's no good reason to be here with us, but you're putting yourself in danger for the truth? I can't believe it. You're like a saint. Christie's exaggerated compliment is drowned out by Mashida's sardonic laugh. It's nothing that noble. But thanks to that, I've learned the thing I most want to know. And what's that? When and how people get the mark. The first time I was oblivious, but this time I was aware of it. Mashida, you don't mean. He gives me his usual crooked grin and shows me his wrist. Sure enough, his skin is blemished by a scar that looks like a spirit's bite mark. Shao cries out, a look of horror on his face. Come on, no way. Did you seriously do that? Man, give it up already. It's someone else's problem, right? So just shut it. Mashida, could I say something? What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. You never told me you had a gun. Oh, that. He laughs scornfully and shoves a paper bag into my hands. I open the bag and find a revolver-style handgun at the bottom. If you want it, take it. That's not why I... Mashida keeps on talking without stopping to hear what I have to say. It's loaded with 5 bullets. You can hang on to it. But promise me. Promise you what? Don't use it on anything other than a spirit. Not that there's any proof it'll work on them. Of course. Have any experience with guns? There's no way I would. To be fair, I don't really know. But at the very least, right now, I'm not getting the feeling I can handle a gun. Only use it under extreme stress. With no experience, you won't hit your mark. Well, whatever. If I'm there, just leave the shooting to me. You can face the spirit some other way. Yeah, that's how it was at H Elementary too. And for God's sakes, keep it hidden. Gun possession gets you 3 years penal labor. I'd get hit with 1 to 10 myself just for giving it to you. And shooting a single bullet would get you more than 3 years, if not a life sentence. So you're telling me not to use it? No, I'm just telling you that if it's restricted that badly by the law, it's got that kind of power. The mark's color grows more vivid. Early dawn, a few hours left until death closes in. Welcome back, Lord Malas, Lord Mashita. And you as well, Lord Shaw. It appears that the woman with you is also a mark bearer. We introduce Christy, and then Mary proceeds to fill her in on everything. The mark after life. Very lost, blah blah blah. Christy accepts her new reality surprisingly quickly. Guess it's only natural after what she saw in the forest. I then update Mary on what we found. I see. Is that the close call for you? I can hear relief in her voice. But why did she let Sho go? If you must know, after you left, Lord Sho insisted on traveling to the forest as well. Her eyes flick over to Sho. Like hell, I was just gonna let a couple of strangers decide if I live or die. Sho puffed out his chest. It was quite the issue. A selfish attribute like that could get you all of you mark bearers killed. I normally would have refused. Did something happen? No. I admit I had a foreboding feeling. I sensed the danger was closing in on you, Lord Malas. So he vent an emergency measure. Lord Show, please know that I will not allow such a thing a second time. Her cool voice is icier than usual. Show so self-centered I wonder if she's actually getting through to him at all. Now, from what you have told me, you are positive that it was Shimio who gave Lord Sho his mark. Yeah, that ugly monster is definitely the huge man I saw that time. The fact that I have the mark now too proves it. Mashita rubs at his wrist, smirking. So what exactly are you planning? Don't tell me you're seriously thinking of fighting that thing. There's no way you'd win. You're completely mad if you think you can. She's right. Certain someone's awesome bullets and even scratch it. We need a tank or something to beat that thing. Yeah. The room falls silent. I'm sure all of us are thinking about what we saw back at the forest. There's no way we can do anything about a monster like that. We have to leave it to the police. You honestly believe they'll do something? Go and make a suicide pact of that naive thinking, but leave me out of it. What? How dare you? Yo, boss! All this high and mighty talk coming from you, that mean you've got an idea how to beat it? How the hell would I know that? But I'm willing to risk my life to find one. He shut his horse. He's probably uneasy. Christy shivers. Shodas glares at Mashita. An awkward silence falls again. We're wasting time. We've got to do something, bud. Take charge, be big man. I need to force everyone to action. I can think about what we need to do while we're walking around. Well, we can. I'm going back to the forest. I want to learn more about Shimio. I could use some help. Yeah, you say that, but no way we can find a needle in a haystack. We gotta have a clue first. Then, why don't we check out the bee farm that's north of H Shrine? My reports say several people have seen Shimio there. Hardly anyone ever goes there now with the weird events in the forest. Why is a bee farm up there? A cult called Honey Bee Family, used to live on that land. No one's there anymore, though. How come? They committed mass suicide. A mass suicide in the woods. I've heard about that somewhere. Mashita might have mentioned something similar before he entered the forest. Excuse me. The tabloids and gossip shows they had up 5 years ago. They never revealed the details, though, so the public doesn't know. Oh yeah, I remember that. But my club took up all my time back then, so I don't know much. You seem to know quite a bit about the forest, Christine Almora. Read up on it to find a primo spot? Don't be an ass. I was put in charge of the report, so I did my research. Honeybee Family was very insular and secretive. I heard the mass suicide and was all the members following the leader. News channels chalked it up till they're discontent with modern society. And what happened to the leader? Rumors say it was also suicide. Though I saw an old picture of him and he was a huge, obese man. Suddenly, everyone is holding their breath. No doubt we're picturing the same thing. The monster at the forest entrance. The dead guys come back to life. We want to go to a place with a zombie? That's totally insane. It's just like the rumors say. That forest is cursed. There's no way I could. Just standing there, the voices of suicide victims surrounded me. Shut the hell up, hag. No more words out of those lip flaps. But now it's not only the forest that's cursed. I failed to kill myself, now I'm at this mansion. I'm cursed too. So are all of you. Her mothers have a dark edge. If she may have someone connected to the Honeybee family, then the key to destroying his grudge is going to be there. Alright, what are you gonna do, old lady? You still wanna die? I'm considering it, but I'll help you guys while I settle on my decision. I'll pass on monster fighting. Well, your help? I'm shocked. If you leave your mark alone, you won't need to hike back out there. Well, I hate owing strangers, especially pushy guys like you. She seems grateful that we saved her. There's no reason to refuse her help. We need as much as we can get. The night is drawing to a close. The key to escaping the mark does seem to lie within the forest. Lady Christie has said Shimio was often seen near the bee farm. It may hold a connection to him. Good luck. New info added to spirit file. Temporary retreat. Let's take Sho with us. Oh, that's a lot of updates. Somehow we get the car started and then we speed out of the forest. Before we make it out, we spot two men. One of them familiar. It was Kimura, his neck twisted awkwardly. He seemed dead. The man beside him was smiling. Was that Shimio? Disembodied voice says, control those that are different and exercise them. Easy for them to say. We're on another true for our drive back to the mansion. Bashita, who escaped the mark once already, now has it again. It appears when he saw what we think is Shimio. It's true then. The spirits that are the that's cursing people with the mark, but it's beyond me why Mashita would risk his life to learn more about the mark. He must have some kind of reason. Back at the mansions, Christie tells us of an incident in the forest she reported on back when she was an anchor. 5 years ago, a group of people calling themselves a honeybee family lived off-cut from society and forest. That is, until one day they mysteriously committed mass suicide. News reports said they became disillusioned with society and followed their leader in orders to die, but the police investigation was inconclusive. The problem lies with the appearance of the leader who is said to have died with them. Christie says picture Shum as a giant obese man. The mass suicide cursed the forest to quickly become deserted. This honeybee family group concerns me, Lord. There were traces of their presence everywhere in the forest. If we want to survive any unexpected dangers or chance encounters with Shimio, we need to be careful not to overlook a single detail in our investigation. Strong boy, not that bright, no in spirit, and a bit low in dexterity, but strong. If Shimio is connected somehow to the Honeybee family group, you may find the key to ending the grudge at their bee farm. Do take care. By the way, Mary, there's one thing I'd like to confirm. Mashita speaks up suddenly. When I stayed here earlier, you told me the truth you're seeking can be found here. I really doubt this, but did you know the Honeybee family had something to do with these marks? His voice shakes slightly with anger, but it doesn't face Mary a bit. I do not have such power. I simply sense that your fate was entwined with Lord Malas. I do not know what truth you are seeking, Lord Mashita, but if you remain near Lord Malas, I predict that you will find it. Tch, more cold bull. Mashita clicked his tongue, but he isn't scowling anymore, so his curiosity must be satisfied. What do they have to do with anything? I just owe them. That's all. Mashita falls silently, saying nothing more. I guess he doesn't want to tell me. Let's blow this popsicle joint. Oh dear. Come on, show. We come to the forest entrance once more. He's gone, huh? I look at the old picnic table. That was what was Shimio doing back then? Mark making a corpse sit next to him. It's almost as if he was having a picnic. Did he just want a friend? What? Nothing. Sorry, just talking to myself. Don't worry about it. Let's go. We haven't learned anything about him yet. I try changing the subject, but I still can't stop staring at the picnic table. I see a lonely little ghost. A regular old Casper. Except bees and drills and honey. Bees, bees, bees. Why'd it have to be bees? Go back to that cabin. Let's see what goodies were in there, because we never looked. Ah. An old notebook. The cover says Honeybee Family Notes. I open a notebook, most of the pages have been ripped out. Doubt it has anything useful. I open the notebook, most of the pages have been torn out. Does it have anything useful? Bastard. What an accessory case. Exquisitely crafted case with jewelry inside. Looks like out of place in a cottage. I open it. Carefully preserved torn notebook pages inside. Aha! It is a holy journey performed in a quiet place. In the area past the meeting place, there is a clue about how to get to paradise. The eastern thicket often. Looks like maybe a mouse shoot a hole in this plastic container. It's unusable. Cabinets full of bottles, everything's coated in a thin layer of dust, most of the containers are empty. I searched through all the containers and gathered the ones that still have something in them. 3 night-nights! Oh, I wonder. I thought they would glue back together, but silly me. That everything. Bees! Take out the night knife, put in the sprayer. Careful aim. They get slow, and the hive goes silent. Haha, we're on a roll. Anything else in this part of the woods? Anything else in this woods? Guess not. Forward march. I hear creaking and groans along with the rustling of leaves. Goodbye, sir. save before I go prancing through there, but I pass through the thick undergrowth. There's a small clearing inside. The path might keep going. I realize something as I continue down it. I can feel someone staring at me from the bushes. I give up and turn back. Big coward. Big coward for big boys. Oh! A sweet fragrance wafts on the wind from somewhere in the darkness. My feet are what look like beehives. This must be what remains of the bee farm. It's weird that something like this is here of all places. Well, may as well have a look around. Yeah, may as fucking well, right? Alright, left to right. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. Looks like an old beehive. A vibrating hum when I touch the outside of the box. The bees inside might be trying to wake up. Hum. Alright, so what's up with you three? Dangling from the tree are human corpses. The skin is white as wax. Countless holes are drilled into the bodies and the bees are buzzing in and out of them. My mind flashes back to the corpse in the cottage. It's just like that woman. Those are seriously dead bodies. Why would I do that? They must be insane. The beehive at my feet starts to rattle. Pitch black clouds suddenly rises up, overwhelming the vision. Something infestates my eyes and nose with a swarm of bees. What, mister? Live or die? Bah! Even more bees are coming from the hives. Which hive should I close first? I don't know, you said the one at your feet, right? So that means in front of you? Actually, I haven't managed to close the lid, but... bees surround me from all sides. They must have swarmed out of another beehive. Bitch, how was I supposed to know? East. Guess that's instead of bees being crushed. Guess I was able to seal the hive in time. Well, thank you for giving me random fucking choices. Check for more active hives. Well, there's only one. Except for the ones fucking above me, isn't there? Lukewarm liquid splurts everywhere like a grape bursting in my hand. I succeeded in closing the hive right before the bees burst out of it. After I close all the hives, the bees finally quiet down. Yes, holes. Damn it, I thought I was gonna die. Bitch, you then have the bees on your face. We crouch there for a while until we can catch our breath. So what was the point of this then, huh? It's alcohol, seems to be a spiral pattern, must be made potentially thick liquid tricks on the smell. I can't describe how horrible it is. They're gathering on it. What is that liquid? It seems to be liquid attracts bees. If I had a suitable container, I could gather some of it. Oh. Well, I'll go look for one. Yes, yes. Buzzing of bees. Looks like there's another giant beehive. It probably won't be wise to keep going without doing coming about them first. Take out the sprayer, hold it in one hand. I should be able to spray drugs. Why are there 3 of you here? Bees moving slower. Eventually the hive falls completely silent. There's 3 of you, but it takes... Do I have any containers? I think they'd give me the bottles afterwards, so... Let's go to you then, Mr. Bushes. I try to slip through the front. Hate men. A strong force pushes me back. Alrighty then. I think I have an idea. Damn it, I forgot how the arrows work. Gotta go back to the mansion, swap out for Christy, send her into the ghost bush. Actually, I'm curious, what are your stats? Weaker, smarter, spiritual, not as dexterous. Now let's go for a walk. Marching through the woods, marching through the woods. Better hope a ghost doesn't drill me. 'Cause if he's gonna drill me, I'd rather if he at least bought me a drink first. Alright, bush. Feel it up. Pass through the undergrowth, clearing. Just ahead. Spook. Please try it. What, me? I guess I'll have to. She faces a figure and offers up a prayer. The figure vanishes. It disappeared. Seems like her desperate prayer worked. Thank goodness. It didn't possess me. Good job. Let's keep going. Hey, look. More statues. Oh, you're not gonna let me feel it up? Okay. Oh, that's a bloody cabin. door here isn't that damaged. No need for me to break it open. Good. The door won't open, you asshole. Don't underestimate my crowbar. Force it into the crack between the door. But I don't succeed in damaging the door. It still won't open. More crowbar. It'd be impossible to open with a broken crowbar. Well, what do you want me to do? Handgun it? Bat it? It's you. Nothing here. I didn't really feel you up. Inside the hole, seen how the swap pattern, that's made intentionally. Open stiff fingers. Cottage key. Well then. Ah, Mark burns scarlet. Half an hour left until death closes in. I felt this before. Sweat dribbles down my back. I suddenly remember what happened at H Elementary. The mark symptoms accelerated, and the person with me began acting strangely. Hey, Christy. I spin around and look at them. What? She stares at me puzzled. You feeling okay, girl? Yes, I feel perfectly normal. We need to hurry, you know. Right. It doesn't seem like she's changed at all. I don't understand what's going on, but if she's fine, that's great news. Info out to this human bee farm. We discovered a horrific bee farm of corpses strung up as beehives. Body fluid and honey mixed dripping from the corpses. It's disgusting, but we could easily fill a vial with how much stuff there is. But morbid thoughts need to wait. My mark warns me that time is short. Will the amnesia get worse? Shimio could be closing it right now. We have to hurry. Sorry about that. Anywho. Back to the thicket. You ready? Gonna make me? Alright. Use cottage key to open the door. An overly sweet swell permeates the inside of the cottage. I'm pretty sure it's honey, huh? My eyes fall on a white object that was carelessly left lying around. That can't be... Don't tell me. You're thinking about opening that? I have to check it out. We don't have much time left. Balls that cracked or damaged. I don't think I can use them. What? Small container. Open it. I opened the container. Inside is something that looks like dried tree root. Dried root. There's a scrap of paper stuck to the tree root with wire. Everyone's gone. I'm all alone now. I want to see everyone, but my head is so foggy I can't remember how. I think the last thing I need to do is combine those two, but... Light bulb is blackened inside. It'd probably be dangerous to turn on. Inside the container is corroded. I don't think I can use it. Old notebook. B. Family. Family won't die if they're dreaming. If the betrayer comes, wake them up and hit them. Do it until they've calmed down. Be careful, everyone. When they wake up, family is only human. Take it. Bug again, all those unreadable. Nothing inside a small box, but outside is covered in something that's horribly sticky. A big burlap sack is slung against the wall. It's incredibly lumpy, making it easy to determine it's holding something. Just since something inside the bag moves, it keeps squirming intermittently. Why is it moving? A cold sweat breaks out on my forehead. I hesitantly reach for the mouth of the bag. Holding my breath, I slowly open it. A sickening sweet smell hits us. It's a corpse, currently becoming a beehive. It's completely unrecognizable at this point, but I intuitively know who it is. Masaru Komura, who was sitting on the bench with Shimio and wanted to commit suicide. That can't be a beehive. Hungry bees are burrowing into the holes over his body, diligently making their hive. A faint noise we heard coming from the bag must have been the buzzing of the bees. This is beyond insane. It has to be the work of Shimio. Once it's complete, another object dart will be added to the repulsive bee farm. Just so I know, some objects are stuffed next to the corpse. Mismatched slime also seems to be burial accessories for the dearly departed. Tennis ball, large bottle of night night, and night night times 3. Days the swarm, then you'll be safe. Days the swarm. Can I do that with what I found so far? Return Maso's corpse to the bag. I'd like to give him a proper burial, but there'd be no time for that right now. Hey, can I say something? Christine's expression is grave. Her face is flushed with shame. I know full well that that's far too late to be saying this, but I can't stand it. I can't take any more of this. If we went to this monster, no way will I be able to do anything. I'm not kidding. Whatever I said on TV, it's totally meaningless here in the forest. Sorry, but I can't help you anymore. I know this is out of the blue, but I thought it's now or never. I really am sorry, but I just can't do this. Christy stumbles over multiple apologies. No, there's nothing to apologize for. It's normal in situations like this. Any one person would agree, hell, everyone would want to run as far away as they could. But her confession carries a dangerous consequence of its own. If at some point I end up finding like the spirit I did at H Elementary, could she handle being my partner? Probably not. New one for the Spirit Fire reunions with Komura. Didn't get me that time, asshole. So I'm gonna just quickly go back and switch out Miss Christie. Hello? Damn it. Just a little check, cause I know they like hiding shit in the beehive, but the bees are just crawling around inside silently. I remembered my lesson from Skeleton. Aha! Label has a warning. Do not mix dangerous. Mixing sweet dreams and night is extremely dangerous for family. Cannot use a sprayer. Bastards. Yes, take out the sprayer, because this is the one with the asshole freer. Spray the drug. Night hive. Put in the sprayer. Just bugs. The fuck was that? Ah. Charming. Night, motherfucker. Night, night. An indescribably horrible smell comes from the liquid. Nothing else really stands out. I pressed again. Countless holes, which bees go in and out. Yeah, thick liquid smell. I can't describe how horrible it is. Hmm. Well, now I'm confused. Hmm. So Mashita, but there's probably nothing that can be done. Woman, 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 woman. Okay, back to the mansion to collect Christie. Looks like my prayer got through to them. Prayers come in handy sometimes, blah. Let's keep going. It's plant. Damn it. I pick up the plant and I inspect, but nothing seems to be out. Don't worry about it. The root is still firmly lodged in the soil, putting it on does nothing. Can we dig it? Take out the broken crowbar and thrust into the dirt but the plant's base. They're softer than I expected, and the pointed end easily breaks it up. Finally get to the root, it kind of looks like a small carrot. Huh? What are you gonna do with that? I don't know. Carefully open it up. Inside is a folded scrap paper and something that looks like incense. Suicide note, mosquito repelling incense. So I've had slide on his beehive, like the teaching, supply honey, manage to swallow away from me everyone, I'll be there soon. Now to go return Christine back to the manor. Huzzah. Go around inside the container, hit something hard. Empty bottle. Something else too. It's a crumpled piece of paper. With family fun, play catch, liquid got on, sticky, bees gather over and over, game interrupted. That's all it says. It's a diary draft or something. Pick it up the bench. Bottle of honey. Honey? Could that be... Maybe it's a gift. No, it's probably more like he just forgot it. Just then I see something lying on the table itself. It's a cap from a soft drink inside. The inside is still wet. I don't see the bottle itself anywhere. Well, now that we got a container... I pressed the wrong button. Take an empty bottle and gather the dripping liquid onto it. Stinky liquid. Marcus died grief crimson. Sunrise, few minutes left until death closes in. The mark scorches me again. Looks like we're out of time. I brace myself to glance over at Show. Show? I'm counting on you. Haha. Sorry, this is gonna hurt. I stop Show's face. Ow! Old man, you little... That clears her head a little. He's coming. We have to go. We'll do everything we can, but you have to do as I say. Oh. Something flies at us in the dark. A sharp pain pierces the arm I used to cover my face. I think I got stung by a bee. Bees swarm around Shimio as he draws closer. I won't survive being attacked again. Well, fuck. Throw it. Incites the bees. Bee cloud rushes at the ball. They must have reacted to the smell of the liquid. The bees swarm the ball. They look like a dense black cloud. Yes? Incites the bees. Rushes the ball again. I guess the second ball is effective too. Oh, you're not as tall as I thought you were. With the dragon head of the baseball bat. Wounded. I cut open on his giant body and a bittersweet liquid pours out. Oh, I'm not traitor. He bends over backward, moaning. Liquid sprays in his body. Falters. Oh. Mata! Shimio arrives in pain, his body jiggling. No, I don't want to wake up. Shimio hollers in pain as he gets hit, but it doesn't seem to be enough to beat him. Weakened. Shimio is clearly weak. Now is the time to finish him off. she is most math. He tries to expel it, but seems to realize something and gulps it down quickly. He happily stuffs his cheeks with the honey-coated root. Now I can finally see my family. He collapses flat on the ground, the deadly poison having invaded his whole body. His face is frozen into a peaceful smile like a kid who's just eaten a delicious meal. The bees, on the other hand, continue to hover around the still Shimio. I don't send Shimio anymore. Ha! Serves you right, asshole. Sho is back to normal. His mark appears to have vanished. Mine is still branded red on my arm. Then Shimio wasn't the one who gave it to me. But I kind of figured that'd be the case. From what I can tell, when mark bearers confront the spirit that cursed them, they suffer extreme memory loss. That's why Sho was acting strangely. I myself didn't have any problem, so Shimio wasn't the right spirit. Something is laying on the path. It's a small notebook. The cover is wet, the light of the flashlight making it glitter. It could be honey. Did this belong to Shimio? Where did he hide this? Okay, now I really don't feel like touching it. Damn, that's gross. All yours, old man. Seems like Sho has absolutely no intention of picking it up. I gave up and bent down and to grab it. Flipping through the pages appears to be a diary. The dark'll make it tough to read. Let's take a look when we get back. I want to beat a retreat out here ASAP. Yeah, you're right. We carefully retrace our steps back to the entrance so we don't get lost. But what was with that giant gate with the bees? Without warning, the light dies. Hey, what are you trying to pull, old man? Don't mess with me like this. It's not me. What's going on? It won't respond. An icy cold shivers down my spine. I'm suddenly overwhelmingly afraid, like the dark force is trying to absorb my body. If I could just get the light back on. Oh, add it back, I feel so much better. I hit the switch repeatedly, silently praying. Ooh. Just malfunction. So it's just broken then? Damn, my bad. Had a heart attack. Let's get our asses out of here before it does it again. We hurry all the way back to the car. What a mansion. You're finally back. Looks like you were more successful too. The mark's gone. Well, mine is at least. My mark is still there. What does this mean? Christy is hysterical, clutching her head. What the? No use racking our brains over it. Come on, let's ask Mary. Welcome back, Lord Malas. It appears that you overcame your fate and cleared away the grudge. It is unfortunate that Shimio was not the one who bestowed your mark. Good news is that at least Lord Sho and Lord Mashita's marks vanished. A question. I get why my mark didn't go, but why hasn't Christie's? I thought she got from Shimio. The hypothesis then is incorrect. What I mean to say is, another spirit must have given her mark. I don't want to believe it, but it's true Christie hadn't been in her right mind when we met. It's definitely possible she hadn't realized she already had it already. Lady Christie received her mark very recently. Her memory is currently unaffected, but if she were to come into contact with the spirit that cursed her, her amnesia may accelerate, so please exercise care. Her amnesia would get worse. That would explain Sho's strange behavior before you fought Shimio. Hey, Malice. It's been bugging me for a while now, but you kind of stink. I am pretty sweaty. I did spend a whole day walking all over a mountain. What did you fucking expect? No, it's not that. My nose can't compare to a police dog's, but it's still pretty good. Your sleeves smell weird. Maybe it's honey? Bet it got on you from the notebook. I never did read that honey-covered notebook, did I? I take it out of my bag and open up the sticky pages. Inside it talks about Honey Bee family, what they did, and their ideologies. I can't tell if Shimio wrote this or someone else, but the incoherent writing spells out their fanatical thinking and hatred for society. It's fascinating as an abnormal psychology, but it doesn't bear relevance to our current problem. The author seems extremely pious. Multiple pages wax on about H Shrine. They seriously believe he'd face divine wrath if the shrine fell to ruin. All of the suicides in the forest, the numerous horrifying incidents, according to the author, they were all because of the divine wrath of H Shrine. H Shrine, divine wrath. Strange, that part sticks out to me. After I finish skimming through, I tell the other mark bearers what it says. Ugh, enough of that crap. Divine wrath curses, it's too much, man. Guess I can't write it off then. It's no more ridiculous than the idea that spirits really exist. We're dealing with the supernatural. So just about anything's fair game. Divine wrath. If that's true, then... It is almost done. We must end today's investigation. Please rest. I am sure all of you are tired from walking on the mountain. I haven't been this wiped out since last time I played was at baseball club. Sorry, but I gotta go crash. Later. Too much has happened today. I need a break from it all. I'll think about the future more once I've gotten some rest. Well, good night. Hey, Malice. I've decided to leave tomorrow, too. Change your mind? Yep, pretty much. Anyway, I'm satisfied. That big string of missing persons cases the force couldn't solve, I figured out what was behind it, and I've basically closed the honeybee family case I've chased for years. The truth you're seeking can be found here, huh? Mary's something else, isn't she? I can finally visit someone's grave. His expression is still the same, but it feels more like he's more at peace. He accomplished what he set out to do. Hey, Malice. This whole thing is too dangerous, got it? I'm reckless, but that doesn't mean I don't care if I live or die. Sticking my neck out for you past this point is just too risky. Sorry. A tremor rents through his clenched fist. If you manage to escape your death, I'll buy you a drink sometime. See you. Now, Lord Malas, please inform me once you are ready to rest. Good night. Info, spirit file, truth behind Shimio. Oh. Someone stares at the darkness. I feel them drawing near, going by to say my partner's mind and spirit will attack soon. I doubt we'll be able to escape Shimio by fleeing the forest, so we'll have to use the info we're feeling covered so far and face him down to do that. The key is to control those who are different and exercise the primates could bind those things. Shimio has bees helping him. Should I prioritize them days the swarm? Could I draw their attention somehow? Maybe my bag has something that can affect bees from distance. He's basically a zombie, so how to weaken him? A normal attack with a battered gun would be useless. All I want to give for some kind of occult gear that can raise the dead. How to annihilate a spear, burn with fire, maybe something more cowardly like poison. Regardless, I need to consider everything carefully in order to survive. The spirit vanishes and a honey-covered notebook lies on the ground. A certificate It is pasted onto the first page registration of the non-profit honeybee family with an address within each city. It was signed 18 years ago. Their goal is environmental protection of honeybees and their habitats. The lady is named Shinsu Moro, so that's Shimio's true name. The pages after that are full of incoherent ramblings, most about members of the honeybee family and the torment they endure from society. It's as if the family's pent-up resentment spews out with every word, or the further I read, the more I notice there's a weird shift in the writing. The deeper into the pages I go, the more childish and nonsensical it turns. Journal record XX. Found another suicide victim. The divine wrath is accelerating. XX. Spoke with the voice at the shrine again. Divine wrath comes. Must love bees more. No more promised land. That's no good. The traitor among family disheartened. Sacrificed shrine and be happy. Hate the police. Almost ready to discard body. Soon. Last day, everyone went to Promised Land. So why am I the only body? Not enough holes, need more. For whatever reason, Shimo didn't die during the family's mass suicide. I wonder why. Does that mean the voice from the shrine wasn't a hallucination and some kind of divine wrath turned him into a monster? And the traitor policeman from the journal, it must somehow be related to Mashita. No time to check now. Well, with us purging the bee zombie, I do believe that's a very good place to end this part. See you all later. Nighty night.